Okay, so today we're going to be working on factoring ax squared plus bx plus c. You all were working earlier this week on just factoring x squared plus bx plus c. And now we're going to add in the a. So there's a long process that you can use. You can do a lot of guessing and checking to get your factors. What I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify that process, and I'm going to give you a couple of quick and easy steps. You have this page. There's 12 steps here. It's a 12-step program almost. However, you will be simplifying some of these steps. You will be working more efficiently once you learn the steps. So we're going to take some time today, learn those steps, and then you're going to be working through these problems very, very fast. Okay, so we're going to start out. The first step, it says you need to make sure that you have it written in standard form. So you're making notes on this page along with me. I'm underlining standard form because that's an important piece. The problem that we're going to start with is 2x squared plus 13x plus 5. Okay? All right. Step 2 says that I need to factor out a greatest common factor of your trinomial. So, is there a common factor between all three terms? Y'all can answer out loud.
No.
Okay, thank you. So for this problem, I'm just going to skip it. It's not applicable. Now, if we do, which we're going to get to one of those in a few minutes, it's really, really important to know that that number that you're factoring out, you're going to need it in step 12. So it's something that you cannot forget about, okay? We're going to identify A, B, and C terms. So in this problem, A is 2, B is 13, and C is 5. Okay? Step 4 says to multiply A and C. If you need to circle that, that's really what you're looking at, A times C. And that is in this problem. Let's do me a favor, fix that 5. It needs to be 15. Sorry about that. And C, 15. There we go, fix that. Okay, so now A times C, I have 2 times 15. That gives me a product of 30. Now, the next step. I'm going to list all of the possible factor pair of that product, 30. So if I think about it, 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, and 5 times 6. Fair enough. Billy?
Where'd you get 1 times? Oh, never mind.
That's 1 times 30 makes 30. Okay, my next step. It's lengthy, it's worded pretty lengthy. Here's the big deal. If B is a negative, make sure that you bring down the negative sign. That's really what it's asking for. So I'm going to bring down 13, and it is positive. So I need, between these factor pair in box 5, what will add together to make 13 out of those factor pair, everybody?
3
plus 10. Okay. The paper calls the next step, you have what's called the invented terms. These invented terms are going to be necessary for your final, whenever you go and you write your final binomials. Okay, so what all I'm doing is I'm going to take these two numbers. I'm going to say I have now 3x and 10x. We're going to use that as part of our binomials in just a minute. Moving over to step 8. I underline probably the most important parts of this. I am now going to use my invented terms and the first and last 2 terms of my original expression. Okay? So, and I'm going to make my binomials here. Kind of a fill in the blank now. I'm going to take the first term from the first spot in the first I'm going to take my first term and put it in the first spot of the first binomial. So my first term of the original, 2x squared, put that there. The next paragraph says take the third term in the original expression and put it in the second spot of the second binomial. Basically, it's going to the end. 15. Okay? Now I'm going to bring that down to step 9. 2x squared and 15. Okay? So now this is the part, and I tell my students, this is where you need to put your thinking cap on. This is where you stop and think. I have my two invented terms, 3x and 10x. I'm going to pick one of the spots for them to go into. 3x will go one of these places, 10x will go to the other spot. You want to put it where it has the most in common. Okay, so if I have 10x, do you think it would have more in common with the 15 or the 2x squared?
2.
Okay, y'all want to take it to the 2x squared? So I'll have 2x squared plus 10x. And then I have 3x plus 15. Technically, it will not matter which place you put it. That's the great thing about this. Okay, now notice that it says here, and you might want to highlight it because a lot of students right here stop. Oh, I have two binomials, I'm done. Nope, you're not done. You are not done. Because I see I have some more factoring I can do here. So, what can I pull out of this first binomial, 2x squared plus 10x? What can I pull out?
2x.
Okay, so I'm going to pull out that 2x. What will be left once you divide that 2x out? X plus 5. I'm going to put the plus sign there because I need a plus sign there. Okay, what can I divide out of 3x plus 5?
3.
Okay, when I divide that 3 out, what is left?
X plus 5.
Oh my goodness,
Wow.
it's magic. Okay, what do I call this right here? A common what? They're common factors. You have what's called a common binomial. Okay, and y'all took notes on that last week.